All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise to the Heavenly Father in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. All right, now, everyone knows what took place yesterday dealing with the ISUPK goons coming to the camp, stirring up strife. And, just this quick lesson is touching on this person's comment right here. Okay, and I want to say, I want to give all praises to the Heavenly Father in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, for keeping us in that humble and meek spirit and dealing correctly in the scriptures as how we were taught and guided by the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Okay, when these type of things come about, okay, how we handled ourselves in a spiritual manner. But, I want to touch on this comment on a comment board. This is from Gabor Yashikar. All right. Now, he says, he puts Proverbs 25, verse 9. Debate thy cause with thy neighbor himself and discover not a secret to another. Y'all couldn't even do that. Y'all not in the truth. And his next comment is left from ass off. You got ran off that corner. Y'all effeminate. Okay, and he must be a listener or a follower of ISUPK, or whatnot, or whatever. But this just shows you how unspiritual a lot of these guys are that blindly follow ISUPK. All right, because if you watch the video, these men did not do anything of debating thy cause with thy neighbor. Okay, they didn't do that. They came, sowed discord. They came there for contention. And they came there to stir up strife, all right? In all actuality, as you've seen what they have done, they interrupted the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, okay? Even Christians, okay, so-called Christians, a lot of them have more integrity than to interrupt the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, or interrupt the word. They let the scriptures come out, so to speak, to a degree, but not these men. Okay, so it shows you that there was contention and there was strife there. And we know why. We know why, because the Spirit of the Lord have been revealing these guys, on their false doctrine. Okay, to saying John the Baptist is not in the truth, to their leaders saying you can sleep with your woman in the anal, which is filthy and disgusting, right? Many different things, all right? And they're hurt, like the brother Elder Ariella said, they're hurt through the spirit, so they attempted to come and start strife with, us at the GMS Pittsburgh camp. So this is my reply back to this guy, all right? I said, my reply was, are they trying to have a debate or are they sowing discord, creating contention and strife? Only a brute beast wouldn't know the difference. And this is very true. Okay, because if you watch the video, anyone in there that have sense or that is in their right mind, they would know that what has came about, what ISUPK did, was not to debate thy cause with thy neighbor. It was not to go into scriptures. No, this whole thing was about contention and strife. All right, and they handed themselves, as Apostle Gabor said, as watching these videos, as goons, okay, as goons, as street thugs. And that's how they operated. They didn't operate, like Israelites, or they didn't operate as we were their fellow Israelites. They operated like some niggas. They were very carnal, So, just, replying to this person's comment just to show you the examples of their listeners or their fruit, right? This is how they think. All right, this is the book of Revelation 22, verse 11. It says, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. And this is what I left this guy. There's nothing else to say. Okay, because if you don't know the difference between someone trying to have a debate or someone sowing discord, creating contention and strife, then you have a reprobate spirit and you are nothing but a brute beast. Okay, and this is what more than likely these guys produce people that's, unnatural, people that are not thinking and moving in the spirit. Okay, and this is based off from what I have been seeing, and just this comment alone proves that. Okay, so I'm gonna get a few scriptures. Not gonna make this too long. Just the book of Proverbs, Proverbs 6 verse 19, and it reads. Let's see. Let's start at verse 16. It says, "These 6 things doth the Lord hate, yea, 7 are an abomination to him: a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood." And all you heard that come out of that, I don't know if he was the leader or if he was a speaker. Nothing but a lying tongue. Okay, how he, bear false witness on us. How he said, the church and the body of Great Millstone that, we're a bunch of thugs, homosexuals, drug dealers, weed smokers, et cetera, et cetera. That was a bearing false witness, a lying tongue. Okay, child molesters, things like that. You know, verse 18 it says, "And heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief, a false witness." A what? A false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. You see? So he tried to say in one sentence that we were his brethren, and he was trying to show us love to come under General Yohana. Okay? But then in the second breath, he said what? We were nothing but a bunch of niggas. Okay? And niggas, and he don't have to respect us, and we need to get off the block, or he's going to run us off the block. You see? But as you see through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shah, we stayed firm, we stayed bold, and we just dealt with the scriptures. And ultimately, after an hour of, dealing with this madness, yes, we did. We Salakia. Yes, we did. We kicked the dust, right off our, and went across the street and continued to edify, right, and continue to preach the word of Yahweh Shah, because that's what it's about, the edification. It's about the truth. All right? It's not about us. It's not, like I said multiple times in that camp yesterday, it's not about exalting ourselves. It's about exalting Yahweh Shah. It's about preaching the word. It's about having this word going out, And exactly after that, because we had another brother, a listener that been coming out, to the camp, and he witnessed how everything went down. And also, when we did go across the street, we seen someone else that didn't know about the truth, and we enlightened him on different things about the truth. Let him know that he was an Israelite. America, Babylon the Great, is going to be destroyed. The color of the Lord. So various different things we did when we moved across the street. All right, Proverbs 11 verse 18, it says, "The wicked worketh a deceitful work, but to him that soweth righteous shall be a sure reward." And like we said, at this time, as you see the house of David growing stronger and stronger, and you see the house of Saul getting weaker and weaker. And what they did was a weak tactic, okay, and a deceitful work, because that's deceitful work when you premeditate something like that, and do such as what they did. Okay, Proverbs 16 verse 28, it says, a froward man soweth strife. That's all you seen was strife. And a whisper, 10:30, and a whisper separateth chief friends. Okay, and that's what they were sowing. Okay, strife, contention. All right, so that leads me to go to the book of Philippians, 1 verse, because the scriptures say that this is going to take place, because there's nothing new under the sun. So Philippians 1 verse 14, it says, "And many of the brethren in the Lord, waxing confident by my bonds, are much more bold to speak the word without fear. Some indeed preach a Mashiach, even of envy and strife, and some also of goodwill." So you got to understand, within this thing, that you're going to have Israelites that teach this word. They might portray themselves of being sincere, but it's really backed behind envy and strife. Okay, as we've seen, that that was displayed yesterday, within behind us what we were teaching. It's some also of goodwill. All right, let's go into this word strife. It says, in the Greek, it's eros, contention, strife, wrangling, qu- uh, of uncertain affinity, a quarrel, by implication, wrangling, contention, debate, strife, variance. And like I said, they didn't try to debate thy cause with thy neighbor. Okay, they came in a very carnal and contentious spirit. Okay, if you've seen how they displayed themselves on the camera. Verse 16, it says, the one preaching Mashiach of contention, not sincerely, supposing to add affliction to my bonds, but the other of love, knowing that I am set for the defense of the gospel. And that's what we do. We are set for the defense of the gospel. When these other camps come about, we don't really deal with these other camps, but for truth's sake, right? And for as if they go off, we do correct and reprove them. All right, that's when we only mention you guys' names when you go off in the scriptures, and we have to correct you. We have to go back and correct what you said falsely. All right, and we correct the images that you put out that's not spiritual. And that's what we do. Other than that, we don't care about what you other accounts be getting into. For the most part. All right, now. Let's see. I want to get this real fast. Because only a carnal person will look at it in a sense of, yeah, y'all got ran off the block, this and that. Well, look here, man. This is about the truth. We had to continue to go edify, edify, with the word, okay? Because we don't care about being seen of men. You could look at it in the street aspect of that if you want to, but that's just a very unspiritual, mindset to have, So what did we do? After an hour of standing in great boldness, dealing there, we kicked the dust, went across the street to our alternative spot, and continued to preach. While these men continued, to do what they did. All right, so let's get this. Let's see. Okay, so let's get this account right here. It says, Acts 13, verse 49, and the word of the Lord was published throughout all the region, but the Jews stirred up devout and honorable women and the chief men of the city, and raised persecution against Paul and Barnabas, and expelled them out of their coasts. But what did they do? But they shook off the dust of their feet against them and came into Iconium. So they went to a different area. Okay? And that's what we did. We shook off the dust of our feet. And the disciples were filled with joy and with the Holy Spirit. All right. I believe there's another one. It's the book of Luke 9, verse 4. It says, I'll start at 5. It says, whosoever will not receive you when you go out of that city, shake off the very dust from your feet for a testimony against them. And they departed and went through the towns, preaching the gospel and healing everywhere. Okay, so what do? We continue to do what? Preach the gospel. And continue to heal the people that are sick through the word and the spirit of Yahweh Shai. So that's what we did. Okay, we shook the dust off our feet. All right, so you, my man, all right, you shows you are a product and a listener to blind men just by the comment, you put on a comment board. So you revealed yourself as they have revealed themselves yesterday to be evil men of the house of Saul and doing what they did that was out of contention and strife, for reacting and not knowing how to take the rebuke of great millstone getting on them for their false doctrine. So, I ain't gonna give you no more shine. At the end of the day, all the praise and glory go to Yahweh Shai. So Lord willing, I hope this quick lesson was edifying. Until next time, I'll say shalom.